Nick Calandra, we hadn't talked about him in quite some time. In fact, he's been laying a little low. But if you remember on my channel, we've covered him immensely, talking about his internet behavior. This guy is probably a close second, if not tied with Alyssa Mercante as far as being completely unhinged. These are people that cosplay as video game journalists, but they're actually political activists that can't take the heat. They can't take criticism at all. So they do things like try to dox, try to censor free speech, try to deplatform. They even call for physical violence. So just like Mercante, this guy has kind of been a little bit of a nuisance in the community, and not for the reasons that he thinks it is. He thinks he's, I guess, a martyr or somebody to be respected, somebody that's fighting the good fight, when in reality, there's a lot of people that can't stand this guy because of the way that he operates online. So he just made, I guess, a reappearance, a soapbox of so. And I'm blocked by him, by the way, because he couldn't take any of the feedback that I gave about him. He played it off like we're just obsessed and unhinged when apparently he's the one that's unhinged. So Minimal Effort Gaming, shout outs to them, by the way, tweeted this out yesterday. It's always the same old shit with this guy. He complains about being a victim while wishing that those he disagrees with would lose their funding. Dude is a grade A a-hole. And he tagged some people. I wrote LOL F that guy right here. But let's look at these tweets that this gentleman, Mr. Calandra, had, who formerly of The Escapist. Now he's a Second Wind co-founder. And again, we've addressed certain things that he's done. But you could see, in light of all this Dr. Disrespect stuff, guys, these wokies are making it about themselves, and they're trying to point the fingers against other right-wingers. They're not interested in protecting the kids at all, guys. Not at all. They are not interested in protecting the kids. They want to see this as a gotcha on right-wingers, which is why they're doing the same stuff everywhere. So you can see he says, I have a feeling after Dr. Disrespect and now Nick Merckx being banned, that platforms like Twitch and YouTube are going to maybe be taking a closer look at some of the content and people they're hosting. YouTube demonetizing Dr. Disrespect was a big move, as was this Merckx ban that just happened. So we know what he's referring to. He's wanting them to take a look at right-wingers. Anybody that's not wokey, he's inferring to that. He didn't outright say it, but he's inferring to it. This is a guy who, not too long ago, and we'll talk about this, said that he's willing to knock out anybody that doesn't like woke agendas. That's not part of the progressive train of thought, the woke thought. He said he would gladly knock them out in a bar. This guy ain't knocking nobody out. This guy is a snowflake. So yeah, he started going on this weird tangent about the Dr. Disrespect situation and clearly calling for Twitch and YouTube to deplatform people. Nothing in here was in regards to sexual misconduct with minors or anything. This is obviously being painted as a deplatforming anti-woke people thing. Again, this is another example of somebody that's a wokey trying to use this situation to push and further a woke agenda of silencing their critics, silencing right-wing people. Because look at this. Look at this. Part of the reason I'm a bit outspoken about all this hate perpetuated by these grifting personalities is because I talk to devs all the time, both in person and online, and so many devs have decided to just leave the platform because of this stuff. We're losing a lot of talented people with interesting things to say who feel like they can't even communicate with their own audience because these people just make every interaction hell for them. People are afraid to even speak up against it because of the amount of hate that comes their way. And yeah, it does take a mental toll. So again, just like Mercante did the other day, making it about themselves, being victims, being oppressed. And it's almost like they don't have any awareness. There's like zero awareness when it comes to these people, because literally everything that he's accusing his haters and people that are going after them, he's literally done himself, guys. Again, we're dealing with somebody that doesn't understand any kind of accountability with anything that they do. So here's the funny thing. They call us grifting personalities. That's a word that a lot of these people like to use. Oh, you're part of that grift now. That's lazy content. No, you know why they call you grift? Because it's content that they don't agree with. It's content that puts sand in their vaginas. If you're putting something that's not woke out there And it's not something that's catering to this small little minority that thinks that they speak for everybody in the world. It's grifting. Oh, this guy's just jumping on the grift. No, I think it's that the woke agenda is fucking garbage. I think all of you guys are fucking weird left-leaning lunatics that are injecting a lot of bullshit that the casual, normal person that plays video games and watches movies, music, and TV is tired of having stuff shoehorned in. Okay? And what bugs me the most is that if anybody speaks up against it, they're grifting. They don't mean what they say. They're grifting. Or they're bigots and they're racist and they're all this. No, how about we just have a different opinion? How about that? I don't understand that. Little Nicky. Oh, I miss saying that. This guy took like a little mini vacation, and I'm glad he's back. Now he goes on to say that he talks to devs all the time. Yeah, I've talked to developers all the time, too, in the past, and a good chunk of them are just afraid to speak up because they don't want the woke mob to cancel them. That's what you guys are doing. It was proven that there's an extortion scheme, or at least a lot of evidence leaning towards things like Black Myth Wukong, where groups like Sweet Baby Inc. are coming in saying, you better change your game and make it politically correct, or we're going to go to your marketing team and scare out of them, until they give us what we want. That's how you guys do it. You guys want to cancel people. You want to write hit pieces. You want to extort companies. You want things to be your way, or else you guys throw a shit fit. There's a lot of devs. There's actually a lot of YouTube channels, actually. You won't believe how many times I've had bigger YouTube channels tell me, dude, I appreciate the new content you're making. Thank you for speaking up, because they're scared to do it. A lot of these guys that are just gaming channels, they don't want to make this content calling out DEI in gaming. They don't want to call out Sweet Baby Inc. They don't want to call out video game journalists because they're scared to rock the boat for a very fair reason. Because the pitchforks of the woke mob, they have no bounds. They will dox you. They will invade your privacy. They'll contact your wives. They'll shut you down. They'll try to find every which way to try to cancel you. And to be honest, I don't give a fuck. Now, continuing on, you can see he says both in person and online, so many devs have decided to just leave the platform because of this stuff. It's so fucking weird because these people literally bully developers, YouTubers, and everything. And he's literally making it like, oh, there's so many victims. We're losing a lot of talented people with interesting things to say who feel like they can't even communicate with their own audience because these people just make every interaction hell for them. People are afraid to even speak up against it. Are you talking about how the woke mob cancels people that are afraid to speak up against it? Because that's how you guys operate. If I said that I don't want any LGBTQ stuff in my video games, or if a developer just came out and said that, you guys literally would make their life and every interaction a living hell. I mean, look at the Nick Merck situation. Look at Quartering right now. Look at Melanie Mack. Look at Vera Dark. Everybody that said they wanted more evidence against Dr. Disrespect, you literally are going on Twitter and trying to make their lives a living hell, saying that they were sweeping up for pedos. Do you not see the irony in this stuff, Nick? What you're saying here? That it takes a mental toll? Like you guys are the only ones that can have a mental toll taken on them because the internet's too much for you guys if it goes against the woke agenda? That's what it literally seems like you're crying about. Now let's look at this other one. It doesn't just stay on Twitter. They go to your email, your Instagram, your Facebook, your Reddit, your YouTube. They try to dox you. They send you threats. Is he talking about himself here, guys? Do you guys not remember? This is the dude that literally called to action for people to take and go after the funding of anybody that's anti-woke. He literally said go after their funding sources, which I'm sure we have the screenshot somewhere over here. I don't remember if I had it prepared. Yes, we do. We have it. But this guy wanted people to go after funding. This guy appreciated Alyssa Mercante going after Smash JT's wife. He's helped encourage people to contact former employees or employers' jobs of Smash JT. He's all for it. He's all for that. He was trying to encourage his people to contact Smash's former employers and get him fired. And he's over here saying they'll go to your email, your Instagram, they try to dox you, they try to send you threats. This guy literally said he would knock people out if they're anti-woke. What's he fucking crying about? This guy, I don't understand why these people act like victims. I don't understand why they cry so much. You're a pussy, Nick. You're fucking weird. You have zero awareness here. at all. He goes on to say it sucks that they get to just keep doing it with no repercussions, spawning more and more people who take the lazy route to earn cash rather than actually making something of value. Again, are these guys talking about themselves? They keep going and going. Look at Alyssa Mercante. She wrote a Elden Ring DLC review that became her own personal soapbox about how she challenges Gamergate. And then we also seen her contact wives. We've seen her, break bounds of professionalism, and she gets to keep going, and she spawns more ilk like her. Like, literally, her boss at Kotaku said that she would do the same exact thing in Contact Wives. You've said it. All you guys face zero accountability, zero repercussions. You guys literally cry because Smash JT has a Kotaku detected website that calls you guys out. You guys literally cry because of this. Let me pull it up for you guys. I'm surprised I didn't have it up. But all this stemmed with you being unhinged, doxing, shutting down websites, because Smash made this Kotaku Detected website right here. Kotaku Detected. And it's basically a list of everybody allied, current informer with Kotaku that pushes this woke agenda. And this just rubbed your ass to the point where you shut his website down. You encourage people to go after his funding sources. You basically endorsed Alyssa Mercante's behavior of contacting the wife. There you are right there, Nick. Right here. Right here on the left. Encouraged followers to report hashtag Kotaku Detected and successfully took it down for over 24 hours. You're the one saying that these guys attack you guys and go past bounds and don't face repercussions. No, you don't face repercussions, buddy boy. And you guys don't create anything of value. You guys destroy stuff. You guys want wokeness interjected into everything. Now, this guy says, I have a much bigger personal platform now, and I've always tried to make the gaming space better, not worse. I know some people would like me to just shut up about it all, but damn, if I can help bring some positive change, I will. Dude, nobody's wanting to shut you up. You're the one that wants to shut people up, which is why you shut Smash JT's website down. Does he not have any awareness, guys? And look, he's just virtue signaling, moral grandstanding. Amount of messages I've got from devs, community managers, etc. over the past month for speaking against this stuff has been a lot. It's truly sad to see these platforms have allowed this stuff to fester, to make people who are actually creative and whose mission is to bring entertainment to people a place where they don't feel safe or inclined to do so. Oh my God, my pushy hurts. No, dude, you guys are the exact opposite. If it's anybody that goes against the grain for you, you're the ones that try to cancel anybody. You're the ones that don't want to make anything feel safe. Now, Smash replied with a banger. He says, oh, hey, it's the coattail rider at Second Wind that actively encourages followers to dox Grums. Yes, we've had where there was instances where he was trying to dox Grums. Here's it right here. This was from his Discord. Had over 40,000 people, I believe, in it. You can see, according to this, he lives in Cali. Mark Kern. Oh, gross. I used to work in blank. That's also a really expensive part of the state. The grift must be paying off pretty well for these dipshits. And you can see Nick says, yep, that's him. They wanted to dox. They wanted to dox him, find out info about him. He actually had to call the police at one point, I believe. His info was doxed, everything like that. And this was from the Patreon. The other thing he did is contact where people he disagreed with work to get them fired, which that comes through with this. These guys will never stop doing this unless you go after their funding sources. This is the screenshot that is irresponsible. If you have as big of a platform as you do, doing this, there's going to be unhinged people in your Discords, in your, I guess, community that will go after people. They literally called Smash JT's former place of employment to see if he still worked there, to dig up dirt. This is literally a call in action to evade privacy, to dox, to look up workplaces. It's irresponsible. Very fucking irresponsible. And then to continue this banger fucking tweet that he said, mass report my website to have it legally taken down. Yeah, he had it taken down. All the way completely. If you guys remember, it was over for a couple days. And you can see right here, as it was rightfully point out to me he's refusing to take down the page, has continued to add more names to it. It needs to be taken down, so please continue reporting to Wix as I am. I'm still waiting for a response. Remember, he didn't like this. And that's similar to what Chris Kindred did, who's also on this list. Yeah, just right here. With the Sweet Baby Ink Detected website. It burned their butt that there's people calling out. And it's not even so much calling out. There's nothing illegal with listing people that work at places that have public profiles and bringing awareness to people's weird behavior. It goes beyond just, oh, they write stuff that's woke and I don't like woke. If you guys don't understand, these people call for censorship. These people call to break bounds of professionalism because we're grifters. They're all unhinged. They all have mental health problems. They all live weird lifestyles and life choices, and they want to push that on us, guys. That's what they want. These guys are fucking weird at the end of the day. And it's really sad that they think, like how Nick Calandra's writing, that they're the victims and stuff when they're the most aggressive people out of them all. Now, Smash JT put out a video about Nick Calandra with literally a thumbnail that says he sucks, and I guess Nick didn't like it, but GigaBear screenshotted the tweet and said he hasn't figured out Second Wind is the Yahtzee fan club yet, I guess. And you can see he put, I'm out enjoying Vegas with friends and driving exotic cars for a bachelor party while you continue to be a failure and a whiny little bitch, Jeff Tarza. Keep in mind, he has Smash blocked and thinking that he can use his real name as a gotcha. Okay. Let me know when you make enough ad revenue to pay your website bill and don't need to get on your hands and knees and beg your audience for it. So I guess, a gotcha or a flex. Even though, keep in mind, this guy makes thousands of dollars off of Patreon. Second Wind relies on Patreon. And you're trying to flex on somebody's website not making enough. Buddy, you're starting to lose Patreon members because of your actions. I think he actually told his Patreon, if you don't support wokeness, get out of here. If you guys support Grums, people like that, get out of here. He literally makes thousands of dollars on Patreon, and he's flexing that Smash doesn't make much ad revenue. You're an e-beggar to the max. I know I asked for donos and stuff. I have a Patreon, but you're flexing somebody's lack of ad revenue when the majority of your chunk comes from crowdfunding. Weird. And you can see even Savvy Artist called out saying, imagine relying on crowdfunding from Patreon and the name of someone else while trying to insult someone for making YouTube videos. What the fuck? Also, driving exotic cars isn't a flex, and adult males secure with themselves need to announce. If he was having a good time, he wouldn't need to hate on someone while trying to make himself sound fancy. And that's exactly what Nick is doing. Hating on somebody else and basically trying to sound like he's good. And look, Smash says, do I have to tell him I don't have to travel to Vegas and rent one to brag about it? Nice flex, Smash. So yeah, I mean, what's his goal here? And literally just a few weeks ago, he's like, oh, I don't pay attention to what these guys say. He even briefly showed a screenshot of myself. Oh, I don't pay attention to these guys. I'm just like, no, it hurts him deep inside because the truth hurts. And you can see he goes on to try to cope some more. He's literally coping, guys. He'll say, I'll always be more insulted by what my former bosses did or said to me than anything that these grifters using my name for content will say. I live a happy life while these guys are consistently miserable on a daily basis and take it out on other people for their own failures. No, we're just calling out your behavior, dude. I'm living a great life. I know Smash lives a great life. Everybody I talk to that's a grifter, we're all enjoying it. We're milking you. We got your little titties right here, Nick. We're milking you. We're great. Nobody's miserable except you guys. You guys hate gamers. You guys hate video games. You guys are upset with every single thing about gaming, which is why Mercante did that fight me, bitch thing. Who's more miserable, us or Mercante taking a time out of a whole segment for Giant Bob to be like, diversity is natural. If you don't like it, fight me, bitch. Who's more miserable? Who's more insufferable? You sitting here making cope tweets all fucking day behind blocks because you're too pussy to have us unblocked and engage with us directly? I think not. And look at this. When anyone reminds Jeff that he lost $10,000 to a scam that he pushed to his audience, got fooled by a fake account posing as a samurai historian, can't come up with any original ideas, is running a failure petition to shut down a website he doesn't like, and did blackface. So he's basically saying, he did blackface for Malacca. First of all, that's Native American. That's not blackface. Second of all, Kotaku did great as far as the petition goes. Third of all, it was an investment. All investments are at risk. And $10,000 isn't that much when you're investing something. So, okay, cool. What else? And at least every single thing that you mentioned on here, Smash has had the fucking goal and the balls and the nuts to fucking apologize for. He literally has a thumbnail here saying, I'm sorry. But you can't even apologize for your actions, for censoring people, taking down websites. You can't even say that. So you're literally picking a fight with somebody that's 10 times the man you are, that can hold themselves accountable and stuff. And this is coming from somebody that, for a while, I wasn't even cordial with Smash. I wouldn't even say we were friendly. We've been off and on through the years, but there was a period where it got pretty heated, and I didn't care for him. He didn't care for me. But I'm going to admit, he's always stuck to his guns, and when he's wrong, he says he's wrong, which is more than you've ever done, which is more than your ilk on Kotaku Detected have ever done. Literally nobody on this website here has ever said I'm sorry for anything they've said or done. Ever. I literally, I swear to God, if anybody on here apologizes, I would fall over and shock. Because you guys have no accountability for anything that you do. Now, you can see he just continues to cope. I like when people try to tell me how to live my life on here. Laugh out loud. Well, don't you do that to us? You fucking fag. Resting up for a bit, getting some cool air, heading out into town a bit. Oh, such a cool guy. When you log into your phone to see what's going on and you got notifications from a bunch of dummies to sort through because some dipshit made another video about you, then you could tell me how to respond. Oh, guys, somebody made a video about me, and until you deal with it, you can tell me to respond. Okay, so he's automatically saying that just because he has a video made about him, nobody and people are telling him how to respond. Like, I guess he's responding to people saying, dude, just ignore it. Ignore the trolls. Don't feed the trolls. Don't respond. Don't engage to Smash. Guess what? I've had videos made about me. Am I crying like a little bitch like you? You literally telling people, unless you have videos made about you, then you could tell me how to respond. What a crybaby. I appreciate everyone looking out for me, but if you follow me long enough, you know me in that I don't mind fighting back. Bullshit, you don't mind. That's why you block. That's why you cry. That's why you try to act like your life is good. Your life's not good. You're miserable. I could tell on your stupid face. That little clip that Smash uses where you just look derpy. I can tell. I'll always defend our audience, our team, and myself. Second win is always my first priority. Working with a team to create cool things and a place for people to enjoy. Okay, good. And yeah. So, Nick Calandra just really coping and seething still about Smash JT. He won't get over it. And I'm over here for every step of the way. Team Smash. So, yeah, guys, what do you think? Let me know down below. Subscribe if you're brand new. I'll see you on the next one. Take care.